Hello everyone. The topic that we are going to discuss today is bills of exchange or commercial bills. This topic comes under the topic money market. Bills of exchange or commercial bill is a instrument of money market. Okay, so before starting with what bills of exchange is, let me give you a brief about it. Bill of exchange is a document which orders the person who has taken the money on credit to pay back. Okay, that means a bill of exchange is a document which orders the person who has taken the money on credit to give back the money. Okay, that is bill of exchange. It is a document which mentions the person who has taken the money to give back the money. Now there are three parties to bills of exchange. First is the drawer. Second is the drawee. Third is the payee. Okay, the drawer is the person who makes the bills of exchange. The person who makes the bills of exchange. Okay, the drawer, he or she makes the bills of exchange. Drawee is the person to whom the bill of exchange is addressed. That means the person who has to make the payment, the payer of the bill of exchange is the drawee, to whom the bill of exchange is addressed, or the payer of the bill of exchange who has taken the credit. Okay, and the pay is the person who receives the amount of bill of exchange. Okay, the pay is the person to whom the amount has to be paid to, the credit amount has to be paid to. So these are the three parties of bills of exchange. Okay, the drawer, the drawee, and the pay. Drawer who makes the bill of exchange, the drawee to whom the bill of exchange is addressed, or he or she can also be called as the payer, the person who has to pay the amount mentioned in the bill of exchange, and the third one is the payer, the person who will receive the credit amount of the bill of exchange. Okay, now let's do the definition of bill of exchange. So bill of exchange is a written document. So it is a written document. It cannot be an oral document, which is duly stamped and signed by the drawer. So bill of exchange is a document, written document. It can never be a oral document. Okay, the bill of exchange has to be a written document which is signed, which is duly stamped. The amount of bill of exchange will define what will be the amount of stamp. Okay, and it is signed by the drawer. Why? Because the drawer is the person who makes the bill of exchange. Carrying an unconditional order. So the bill of exchange cannot be a conditional order. Conditional order means that there should be no if condition. That is, suppose there are two people, N and P. N is the person who has taken credit from P. N has taken credit from P. Okay, so now P becomes, let's say P has drawn a bill of exchange towards N. So P becomes the drawer and N becomes the drawee. Okay, so P cannot say that in a bill of exchange that N will pay rupees 50,000 after 3 months if he or she is in condition to pay. No, if there is an if, that means it becomes a conditional order. But here there should be an unconditional order of bill of exchange which directs a person to pay a specific amount to a particular person. The bill of exchange does not promise, it directs. That means it orders. P orders N to pay. Okay, P will order N to pay. Order. It will not request, it will order. Request is not made on bill of exchange. Order is made on bill of exchange. That means P will order N to pay. Now, to whom N can pay? N can pay to 3 different parties. That means on the order of the on the order of the drawer, or on the order of the person from whom the credit has been taken. Here in our example, P can order N to pay to 3 parties. First, to the drawer, the person who has made the bill. The drawer can also be the payee. That means the drawer of the bill can also be the person who receives the money. Okay. Second, if P orders to pay to some third party. If P, okay, so here person to a particular person or to the order of a particular person, that means P can order to pay to B. So if P orders to pay to B, then N has to pay to B and not to P. Okay. Next, third is on order of P. Oh, or the holder of the instrument. That means P can also order N that he must pay to anybody who is holding the instrument. Okay, so anybody who is holding the instrument, if P orders, N has to pay to the person who is holding the instrument. Okay, now let's come to the example. These essentials we will do. So this is a bill of exchange. An amount has to be mentioned. Okay, the date when the bill of exchange is drawn has to be mentioned. The time period has to be mentioned after the date of after date payment. 3 months after date payment means after 1st May, 3 months. To whom it has to be paid is also to be mentioned. See, now so we have done that the payment can be made to 3 parties. So here the drawer, the person privilege is the name of the drawer. Okay, needy is the person who the drawee, and this person is the drawer. So the bill of exchange is duly signed and addressed by address is given of the drawer, and the person the name and the person, the signature and the address of the person who is the drawee, who has to make the payment. Okay, next, date has to be mentioned. Essentials of bills of exchange, date has to be mentioned. Here, from the date of drawing, 3 months will be calculated. Okay, next, acceptance is very important in bill of exchange. That means after drawing this bill of exchange, the drawer has signed. Now it is very necessary that the drawee also signs and accept. If the drawee hasn't signed and accepted the bill of exchange, it will not be considered as a bill of exchange. Okay, next is accepted. See, the drawer's name and address, the drawee's name and address is has to be there. Until and unless it is not there, the bill of exchange will not be called as bill of exchange, and it will not be legally accepted. Okay, the next is, there are 2 types of bills. Okay, first is term bill. Term bill mentions the exact date after which the bill has to be repaid, the amount has to be repaid. And next is demand bill. Demand bill, in this demand bill, the exact date is not mentioned when the amount has to be repaid, but it is written after sight. That means whenever the drawer demands, then the amount has to be paid. Next, it has to be stamped duly. Okay, the bill of exchange, if it is the term bill has to be stamped. But if it is a demand bill, that means when the exact date is not mentioned when the bill has to be repaid, it does not have to be stamped. Okay, because the exact date has not been mentioned when that bill has to be paid back. Next is yes, to whom the payment has to be made has to be mentioned in the bill of exchange. Suppose here in our example, Mr. Privilege, the drawer is also the payee. That means the name of the drawer has to be mentioned. That means drawer can be the payee also. The person who draws the bill, makes the bill, may be the person to whom the payment has to be made. So if that is the scenario, the drawer will mention his own name in the bill. But if suppose Mr. Privilege has taken some credit from another person, Mr. Proud, then what will happen? The bill of exchange can be named to Mr. Proud. That means the drawee will pay directly to Mr. Proud. Okay, so to whomsoever the bill has to be paid, his or her name has to be mentioned, or it can be mentioned that the bill has to be paid to the holder of the bill. Okay, next. Okay, now these are the essentials of the bill of exchange. That is term bill. In term bill, let's revise it from the start. That is, amount has to be mentioned. That amount has to be written in words also in the bill of exchange. Then the date has to be mentioned, the place has to be mentioned, the sign of the drawer has to be there, the address of the drawer has to be there, the bill has to be accepted by the drawee, and the sign of the drawee has to be there, that the address of the drawee has to be there. Okay, now let's do discounting of the bill. Discounting of the bill means, here suppose Mr. Privilege had bill of exchange, but Mr. Privilege needs the bill of exchange will mature after 3 months. That means the needy will give the bill of exchange after the amount after 3 months, right? So what will Mr. Privilege needs the money right now. So what will Mr. Privilege do is, Mr. Privilege will go to a bank and ask the bank to pay the money right now in place of the bill of exchange. So bank will take the bill of exchange and pay the money to Mr. Privilege. But what will be the benefit to the bank here? That will means the bank will discount it at certain rate, suppose 6% here. So now what will happen is, the bill of exchange was of rupees 50,000, so 6% of 50,000 is 3,000. Then after deducting 3,000, 47,000 will be given to Mr. Privilege, and bank will earn rupees 3,000, because when the bank will recover the amount from bill of exchange from Mr. Needy, then the needy has to give the total of 50,000 rupees. Okay, so bank here gains 3,000 rupees. What if the bill is dishonored? If the bill is dishonored, the bank can recover the money from the drawer. That is, the bank can recover the money from Mr. Privilege. Now let's further move on to, if the bank has the bill of exchange and still 3 months have not passed by, but the bank needs money. So what bank can do is, bank can rediscount the bill of exchange. The bank can rediscount the bill of exchange. How? The bank will give the bill of exchange to RBI now. Okay, now the RBI becomes the holder of the bill of exchange. RBI will charge some discount percentage. After deducting that discount percentage on the amount of bill of exchange, the RBI will give the money to bank. So the face value of bill of exchange is 50,000. Suppose RBI charges 2% discount, then 2% of 50,000 becomes 1,000. So after deducting 1,000, the RBI will give 49,000 rupees to the bank. Okay, that is how the bill rediscounting works. Now the RBI will recover the amount full 50,000 rupees from the drawee. So this is what the bill of exchange is. Okay,